Is it still possible to find a distressed sale to flip inside of the London, Ontario real estate market? Hey, it's Ryan Hodge here, broker owner at the realty firm. Sandra Tavares and I have been selling real estate here for nearly 20 years. We are blessed to be the owners of the realty firm where we have over 100 agents in southwestern Ontario. Now, our primary focus has always been London, Ontario, helping people buy and sell real estate. And over the years, we've helped many people that are investors or perhaps flipping real estate properties, trying to find a great investment that they can pick up for a reasonable price, put some sweat equity or some trades into, and flip and turn around for a profit. Or perhaps hold as an investment, or even get into a property that they're going to make improvements on and really benefit from the equity that they create in the property. And so oftentimes people say, I want to find a flip. Well, number one, you always have to understand that the value needs to be there when you do the things that you're going to do to the property. And a lot of people have questions about how can I find a flip that's really good, that's going to be beneficial, especially, in a market where things had been moving so quickly, going for just astronomical prices. There weren't that many flips to be had that really, truly made sense. Now we're into more of a shifted market, into a buyer's market where there is more inventory, where there's a lot more available for sale, and there's options to choose from depending on your skill sets, level of construction or renovation ability, with your own financial status in terms of what kind of flip that you'd want to create. And ultimately, we look to work with people that have different strategies, different financial capacity, different skill sets, and looking at what might make sense for you. So a lot of people think that the best way to find a flip property is through a bank sale, or what we call here in Canada, a power of sale. In the US, it's often known as a foreclosure. The challenge is that years ago, bank sales used to be a lot different than they are now. I was fortunate at one point to handle almost every power of sale for CIBC in southwestern Ontario, and I worked with many, many power of sale files. And what happened over the years was that the banks, and through the legal process of power of sale, have to create a file where they can't just unload a property. So if you see a power of sale come up, it doesn't mean that you're automatically just going to get it for way less, or that it's going to be, priced tremendously lower than market value. Banking institutions, law firms, all of these services that support and are a part of the power of sale process have to develop a proper file for their clients, for their lenders, to make sure that the property is being held out to the market at an appropriate value rather than just unloading it. Because a power of sale process, through all of the lawyers and things like that, is a very expensive process. What I've always looked to do is show people how to find distress sales. And distress sales doesn't mean that somebody needs to sell necessarily, but there are strategies that you can apply to find a property that may be in distress. And the number one indicator that you can do to find that is whether or not it is vacant. Now, just because a property is vacant doesn't mean that it's distressed, but oftentimes there's a good chance that if a property is vacant, the homeowners have moved on, or there's no tenants in it, or for some reason it's not being occupied, that there may be an opportunity there. Because a vacant property, the longer it sits on the market, bills are, coming in still, people are looking to sell. It's very clear that nobody's going to be occupying the property. So therefore, if it's vacant, there's an opportunity that maybe they are a little bit motivated than the next person to actually sell that property. So how do you find vacant sales? Well, there's not just a search that you can go on to in terms of our realtor.ca or House Sigma or some of these places that you might be looking online. What you need is a list of distress sales, which are usually going to have all of the vacant properties on that. Sandra and myself offer that. So if you go to www.ryanandsandra.ca, you can click on the link under resources for a free list of distress sale properties. Now, depending on how many there are, we may need to compile that, which we can then send to you or give to you in person. So it's just a tip that we have and a free resources that we have for you if you're looking to find something that might be vacant, that may be distressed. It may be a power of sale, but an opportunity for you to find a property if you're looking to flip or invest or really generate some equity in a shorter period of time than normal buy and hold type of property. So thought I'd share that with you today as far as a distress sale tip. If you have any questions, by all means, reach out to Sandra or myself anytime. My direct line is 519-859-5408. You can also find us at www.ryanandsandra.ca. And if you enjoy this type of content or you want more tips, strategies on how to buy, sell, invest, or build inside of London, Ontario real estate, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. We're here to support you before, during, and after the sale.